Welcome to Module 7, Scaling Your Drop Servicing Business. Grow beyond solo work and build real systems. You start with one and then you say, hey, this guy is working really fast, but he could only give me 2 projects per week. I am looking at 7 or 8 projects I want to deal with, but I don't want to overload this person. They're already working good at a good pace, and I feel if I rush them, they're not going to give me a good quality work. So by the time you are dependent on that one freelancer that is doing good work for you, you have time to go and look for other freelancers that will also do good work. You could go on Fiverr, you can go on Upwork, try out other freelancers and see how reliable they are and how well they work and how well they communicate. Once your workflow feels smooth, you're ready to handle more clients confidently. So hire support help. Roles to consider. You could have a virtual assistant helping you out. You can have a project manager to handle clients and your freelancers. That's when you're really scaling in a big way. Okay? Then you could have a content or social media assistant. But again, you start small, you start with one. And when you have the confidence after taking on all these roles, you realize, you know what? I could have a social media marketing company. But of course, there's the pros and cons because the more employees you have, the more responsibility. Okay? So you have to know who you can best manage. Okay? But it would be nice to have a virtual assistant to manage, like the Google Docs, to enter different things for you, to place invoices, things like that. But all that comes with growth. Okay? So that's why it's good for you to start for yourself. So you will be able to handle these things. So you're starting from the ground up and you're moving with experience. So nobody could come and, as we say in local slang, tie up your head, meaning nobody could come and try to fool you because you already know what is the foundation that you started with. So the day any one of your assistants are not around, you wouldn't be left confused because you're already there, you know to handle your stuff with or without your employees. But as we say, keep the employees to a minimum because the more employees you have is the more responsibility. And hiring doesn't have to be expensive. Even part-time help gives you more time to market and grow. You can learn to automate routine tasks. You can automate client outboarding forms. You can automate payment confirmations and project follow-up messages. So automation makes your business feel professional and it saves hours of time every week. Create standard operating procedures, SOPs. What are standard operating procedures? Well, you have documents, how to onboard your clients. You have your template already that you built over time and what works for you. So you already have a template of how you're going to welcome your clients, what is you're going to say, what you're going to ask them to find out exactly what they want, how to assign the freelancers, and then you have how to deliver your final files, in what format, and all of that. So SOPs, you know what is also good for? It helps you to train new partners or new employees. When you go to a workplace and then you have a standard to follow for every step, isn't it much easier? So in the same way, that is what standard operating procedure does. It makes the work easier, you work faster, and you complete your assignment even in a short amount of time. Retain and upsell clients, offer ongoing packages, introduce new services, whether it's social media, design, etc. Send thank you or follow up messages. So it's easier to keep a happy client than to find a new one. Upselling adds long term income with no extra marketing. So that's the bottom line. It's better to have return customers on clients than to find new ones. So, what are the key takeaways here? The key takeaways are scale when systems are ready, hire strategically, automate and document everything, and keep relationships strong. So in module 8, we're going to learn practical step by step for PayPal invoices, Google Drive organization, and WhatsApp business automation. So I'll see you in the next module.